Outside of here, there is nothing. Nothing but darkness. Everything we know and care about is here. You, the people you love, and the rich, beautiful planet that makes it all possible. Hello, and welcome to the Evolving Show. My name is Storm Enrich. I'm an author, a self-empowerment expert, a journalist by profession, and a survivor by experience. I'm also the creator of the Evolving Show podcast. Today's topic: how to overcome fear. So, in the beginning, there was fear. As primitive human beings, we were afraid of nature, which threatened our survival as a species. As individuals, we were all, at one time or another, afraid of abandonment. For some of us, the fear never stopped. It still has us firmly in its grip. Just as pervasive is the fear of change. The fear of losing the love or approval of a person. What is, what we have is, for many of us, stronger than the hope for what could be. It is stopping us from finding and pursuing our calling, preventing us from living as opposed to surviving. As societies and as individuals, whenever we feel threatened by the very prospect of loss, we cling to what is and to each other. Many of us live in a survival mode. The survival mode compels us to preserve and defend what is. We gladly sacrifice ourselves to save what is. Survival mode is focused on the here and now. It doesn't allow us to form, have, leave alone pursue a vision of the future which may or may not include what is right now. Just like our primitive ancestors worshipped idols and made sacrifices to appease powers beyond their control, as individuals we too often worship people and sacrifice our lives, prospects and identities to appease our personal status quo. Since in situations like these emotions and not rationality rule, the commitment to appease in order to survive is frequently stronger than reason. We form alliances we would otherwise not form. We focus on preserving and don't allow ourselves to think or dare beyond the present. Often, we lose our identity trying to please or placate others, said Mary Manin Morrissey. Fear is stupid, so are regrets. Marilyn Monroe. And then there are others who don't surrender to fear, who don't seem to care, who force themselves to walk through fear. These brave people don't appease. They confront fear and forge forward, prepared to lose what is in anticipation of what can be. Some of these brave souls perish. Most survive and thrive. None grow old without having lived. It is not death that a man should fear, but he should fear never beginning to live, said Marcus Aurelius. Some of our greatest allies might have ulterior motives. They may not be sinister. They may be based on their own fears. They may be self-serving or self-preserving. They may support the person's need to control you or protect your relationship. That's very true of a single parent raising a child alone. A parent to whom the child represents the whole world can be possessive and fearful. Single parents can sabotage their child's growth, independence, and the need to eventually separate. To be beholden to fear is bad, but to be beholden to someone else's fear is worse. Appeasing or earning approval can take a lifetime. Preserving and defending what is, the value you are preserving is declining as we speak. The greatest loss? Your life. There is no life, only time. The time you are sacrificing for the greater good is your only opportunity to live. The day will eventually come when you look back at your life and ask yourself, what purpose or whom did I serve? If you spent a lifetime surviving and or earning approval, did you live at all? Did you find your calling? Did you ever live for you? An exciting and inspiring future awaits you beyond the noise in your mind, beyond the guilt, doubt, fear, shame, insecurity, and heaviness of the past you carry around. Debbie Ford. If the answer to the question, did you ever live for you, is no, sadly, you are not alone. With that said, even if time is scarce and the shadow of fear still hangs over you, there, now. Even though you may want to move forward in your life, you may have one foot on the brakes. In order to be free, we must learn to let go. Release the hurt. Release the fear. Refuse to entertain your old pain. The energy it takes to hang on to the past is holding you back from a new life. What is it you would let go of today? Mary Manin Morrissey. Confront your fears. Be honest and ask yourself, if you were to do what's right for you, what would you stand to lose? Is the situation you are in right now worth preserving? Is the stuff you own right now more valuable than what you could acquire yet? Are all the people in your life worth holding on to? Is there someone who tries to manipulate or control you? Is there someone you feel beholden to? Are you worried that you won't survive without the very person who stops you from pursuing your dreams? No, this is not an interrogation. You can afford to be honest. All your secret fears are your own. How would you feel about the person or people who control your life if you didn't and didn't have to depend on them? Would you still cling to these relationships? How would you act if you had more power or money than the person you are beholden to? Isn't it time to let go of relationships that are holding you back? Stare fear in the face. Consider potential losses. Shore up. Consider possible wins. Consider how your wins could benefit you and those you love. And then stare fear in the face and walk through it. No matter who says what, keep on walking. Winston Churchill himself advised, if you are going through hell, keep going. This may well be your last opportunity. Take it. Create your own world. It may be everything you ever dreamed of. It may be less or more, but it will be yours. It will validate you. You'll be the one in charge. You'll have a life. The familiar, good or bad, even hell, brings us some degree of comfort. The unknown is scarier. It is new and it may be challenging, but it may also be better than what you live and better than what you have right now. Love is a beautiful thing. Love makes life worth living. Never forget that love can also be demoralizing and disempowering. Don't let other people's fears stand in your way. Their fears are their responsibility, not yours. You are not a property that can be owned, manipulated, or managed. You are a fully charged bundle of potential. You are entitled to your own choices, pursuits, mistakes, and victories. Now, start walking. Don't look back, and don't look for excuses. There aren't any. The clock of your life is ticking. The key to success is to focus our conscious mind on things we desire, not the things we fear. Brian Tracy. Inaction breeds doubt and fear. Action breeds confidence and courage. If you want to conquer fear, do not sit home and think about it. Go out and get busy. Dale Carnegie. So, go out and get busy. The clock is ticking. The clock of human life. The clock on climate change. Can we outrun the clock? The Evolving Show podcast is here to help you make the most of it. For yourself, for others, and for the planet we all depend on.